Well, we've got some terrific basketball in store for you tonight.
Here we go.
I'm Brian Anderson, here with Grant Hill and Stan Van Gundy. And with us on the sidelines, we've got Allie LaForce.
I got him.
Now here's Harden. Pass to Mitchell. Six to shoot. Launches a three. Reed with the rebound. And so it's Reed with it. He brings it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. And that's out of bounds. Last touch by DiVincenzo.
Well, that's an unforced error. If you want to drive your coach crazy, that's the way to do it.
And here's Harden. To the inside. Merrill outside. Pass to Allen. Clock at 6. Harden from outside. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
A lights-out three-point shooter, Harden loves to take and make them.
Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
It's like he's doing pull-ups on the rim.
Looked like a schoolyard playground right there. Pass to Mitchell. Now Allen. The 11-footer. Reed with the rebound. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Well, talk about a guy who plays above the rim. Anthony Edwards.
Harden. Randall pulls down the board. Outside, DiVincenzo. And the rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Harden with it. Now guarded by McDaniels. Merrill outside. It's good. Off the assist from Harden.
Everyone knows Harden is a talented passer. He can really rack up those assists.
It's Edwards on the wing. Here's the three. Ooh, he's looking comfortable now. 3 for 3.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Now here's Harden. Back to Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
Well, he saw the height advantage he had and went right up with it. That's exactly what you want him to do there.
Right side Edwards. Oh, my goodness!
Oh, my. Yeah, Edwards has some big bounce in his step.
1:46 left in the opening quarter. The three from Mitchell. Randall pulls down the board. Minnesota in the lead. Out to the right wing. From behind the arc. Out to DiVincenzo. Pass to McDaniels. Outside Edwards. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Shoots over Harden. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Here's Mitchell. Cleveland the rebound. Outside Harden. There's the drive. Second chance effort. And the basket is good. Harden's got 5.
It is so difficult to guard Harden on the drive. Tremendous finishing at the hoop, but he's also elite at drawing fouls.
Randall can't hit. And the Cavaliers with possession here. DiVincenzo with a steal. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. And Edwards slams it in. And the chess match continues.
7 lead changes already, and we're still in the first half.
Here's Mitchell. Outside Harden. No good on the triple. Pass to Edwards. With 1 on the clock. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. Anthony Edwards has been on display for Minnesota. 11. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And when you consider how Minnesota is doing, guys, your thoughts?
Well, there's no reason to take risky shots when you can collect points at the rim.
Yeah, they've made a point to get inside on this defense, and it's been working like a charm early on.
This team looks to him to score the ball. They feel good when he's taking the shots.
Well, I love whenever Edwards is this engaged defensively. Excellent job coming up with the block.
Outside Schroeder. Outside Strus. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Anthony Edwards. The Timberwolves lead by 4. McDaniels from long range. Can't get it to go. Missed his first one. Here's the pick. And he lobs it up top. Tomlin can't get it to go.
That could have been an easy pass and finish. Not really sure what went wrong.
Yeah, that just comes down to the timing being off between those two guys.
Now here's Edwards. He's got 14. Shot clock at 5. Fires the 3. Oh, Edwards! Money on the triple.
Well, you have to be careful with Edwards on the arc because he is completely fearless.
Schroeder into the lane. Nice move. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's on Anthony Edwards.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
And Cleveland making a change here. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Outside Reed from deep three-point range. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
Well, the defense was a little soft. He felt free to take that shot.
Schroeder with it. Randall's in his pocket. Three-pointer, Harden. That one falls, coming off Schroeder's feed. Harden's got 8 points.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
And sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Now here's DiVincenzo. No made baskets yet. Three-pointer. Reed, good. And it's a 10-point Minnesota lead.
This game's taken on a whole new look thanks to this run.
Yeah, but we know momentum can flip the other direction very quickly. You can't get complacent now.
14 feet away. That one rolls around and rims out. Minnesota with the ball. They're on a 14-5 run. There's the steal.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Outside Harden. Takes a 3. Reed with the rebound.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
It's McDaniels on the wing. For 3, DiVincenzo. Nails it from 3. And the Timberwolves lead by 13.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there, then continuing to press the advantage.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. Outside Mitchell. Anthony Edwards with a rebound. And here's Minnesota now. They're on a 17-5 run. Outside Ingles. Back to Edwards. Shot clock at 6. Edwards so good inside.
Well, when Edwards gets this hot, all an opponent can hope to do is limit the damage.
And here's Strus outside. Down the pipe it goes. Schroeder with the assist. Strus has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Edwards. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Right side, Schroeder. From deep, Strus. That one doesn't drop. The Timberwolves lead by 12. Stolen by Mitchell. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Minnesota again missing. And here comes Cleveland. Some room here for Schroeder. A good-looking shot from the wing. Schroeder's gotten 4 this quarter.
I didn't see that coming. He sinks a pretty dicey shot. And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, you got to love that kind of effort. Getting in there and fighting through the defense.
Here's Highland. The clock runs out, and we are headed to halftime. The T-Wolves on top, up by 9. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit. Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. And so it's Highland with it. He brings it up for Minnesota. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. The Cavaliers trail by 9. The 3 from Mitchell. And Cleveland another 3.
He's always a threat to bury a catch-and-shoot jumper. Mitchell doesn't waste time.
Outside McDaniels. Outside Edwards. The rebound by Allen. And here comes Cleveland. Mobley with it. And it's Gobert picking him up. And Mobley throws it down.
Well, Allen is usually the last stop the ball makes, but he selflessly gives it up to a wide-open guy.
Oh, stolen by Harden. Driving inside. McDaniels with a steal. On the break. From outside the arc. Edwards on the attack in transition.
Talk about a guy who runs the floor. Edwards gets down there on the fast break so quickly.
Here's Mitchell. Out of bounds. The Timberwolves will take it.
Hurts to see that kind of mistake. Coach is going to be on him about that one.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the third quarter. Fires the 3. And another 3 from Minnesota.
Striking as fast as he can. Rand catches the defense unprepared with the pull-up.
Mobley outside. Randall pulls down the board. Minnesota leading by 10. The 3, DiVincenzo. Doesn't go that time. Outside Harden. Shakes him. And Harden with the slam.
It's incredible. Harden's ability to read the floor and find the weakness.
Here's Highland. Mobley with the block. And Mitchell launches it from deep. Okay! Mitchell from way out. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. And Chris Finch wants a timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. So both teams making some changes here. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. And so he hits the technical free throw.
You know, I've got 2 words to describe Donovan Mitchell. Dynamic scorer. You put this man in just about any situation, and he'll find a shot no matter what.
Back to Allen. Minnesota with the rebound. Pass to Reed. Now DiVincenzo.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
1:57 left in the third quarter. 6 on the shot clock. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Pass to Mitchell. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Naz Reid. That'll be a second foul of the game.
First team foul.
A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. And it's Mitchell, the miss.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Good ball movement here by Minnesota. Outside Reed. Outside McDaniels. Fires for 3. Ellis with a rebound.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Chalk up 2 there.
This is anyone's game now, and they have the momentum.
Yeah, taking away the lead is never easy, but a rally like this is how you do it.
Randall, good.
Well, that's the look you're hoping to get every time.
Here's Harden. Oh, and Reed with a block.
Well, Reed really gets after it on defense. He's a big man that loves coming up with blocks.
Back to Highland. Outside for Randall. This one for 3. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
Here in the third, he's really started to heat up from the perimeter.
And so now a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He might have seen something he needs to review with his guys. Cavaliers trail by 8. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Out to Schroeder. Pass to Nance. The 3 is up. The Cavaliers again cannot hit. And it's Larry Nance with a foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Highland with it. The 3, DiVincenzo. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
And so it's Minnesota. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. Their defensive efforts have paid off. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And Harden's got the ball here for the Cavaliers. They trail by 11. Hits the trifecta.
A consistent and standout scorer. It's really no surprise to see Harden making a big impact out there.
Outside Edwards. Shot clock at 6. Edwards rises up and powers it down.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Outside Harden. 4-3. That's his 6th make in 11 tries.
And he's really made his mark with the three-pointer today. And that's another big one.
And when you have shooters feeling it from distance, it feels like no lead is safe because points can get put up in a hurry.
Pass to Tomlin. Harden surveying the D. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Minnesota leading by 9. Edwards for 3. Drops in the 3. Edwards got 10 points here in the second half.
He's been so aggressive on offense, and with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Anything you can do, I can do better. That one felt a little personal right there.
Well, and as a fan of the game, you have to love these back and forth moments.
Booyah! He sinks the triple.
I love how competitive Edwards is. He relishes getting revenge like this.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no airspace there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without fouling.
Outside DiVincenzo. Puts up the tray. The triple drops.
Well, look, Edwards plays with a lot of confidence, which makes him deadly off the catch.
Ellis outside. Fires the three. Cleared away by Reed. Here's Minnesota. They're on an 11-3 run. Outside Edwards. On the take, Edwards. Both hands there for a little extra.
Yeah, doing it with speed and style. Edwards putting on a show at the rim.
Beyond the arc. And again, it's Minnesota with a three.
Gotta love how they've just maintained their intensity, even when they're this far up.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Yes, it's good.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Timberwolves.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
B.A., it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Anthony Edwards.
So impressed with his performance today. He was confident, he was composed, and the defense just didn't know how to adjust.
Three-pointer. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth. To stop the run. Merrill, that's good.
Three-pointer.
And here's Minnesota now. 22 was their biggest lead. Pass to DiVincenzo. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. Back to Edwards. Fires in the triple. Edwards got 45 points.
This has to feel good. They gave their fans a show and secured the W.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
The three. And again, it's Minnesota with a three.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Here's Mitchell. No good. And so it's Minnesota easily grabbing this one. We saw two different teams tonight. One played with confidence, operating flawlessly. The other just looked lost.
And the energy in this building was awesome. The crowd was involved from the jump, and once they started to